The journey of the soul. On this wonderful day, in May of 2021, we are very pleased to connect with you. It is wonderful how you, our dear Lightworkers, are changing. It is wonderful how you are coming into your own. Your consciousness, your soul now is leading your life, for you have lived the human hero's journey. You have sifted and sorted the preferred and the not preferred. You have made mistakes in that you have not always followed your highest excitement. You have not always followed the path of love. And from these mistakes, you have learnt that you do not prefer negative emotions. You do not prefer duality and division, anger and hatred, depression or apathy. Rather, your heart's desire is for oneness with your brethren, communion and camaraderie, and above all, peace. The peace that passeth all human understanding now reigns supreme in your heart. For in your many lifetimes, you have not always been kind and compassionate. In fact, you started out this planet Earth human adventure as a soul ensconced in a human body, with little connection to your soul and with little kindness in your heart. For many, many human lifetimes, you lived in ignorance of your divine nature, and you struggled. You flailed about in a search for how to live, what to say, and what to do that felt right to you and gave you comfort. You are indeed a divine soul who has lived as a human and is all the wiser and better for the experience. For you have, by this earthly sojourn, individuated your personality. You have sorted your talents, your preferences, your abilities. You have found how to live through your highest excitement. You have overcome your ego nature, the ego, the human need for power and importance that leads to division and duality. And now, while you are still in your human body, you have returned to love. Now there is peace in your heart. You know deeply the reason you lived your human lives. You know that the lives that you lived were all important in formulating your character and philosophy of life. You know that you are a divine soul having a human experience. Let us talk today of the soul's journey through the material realm. Let us look at how the soul tempers itself, gives itself greater understanding, and expands its consciousness, increases its awareness of all that is. In the beginning, there was only the divine, and you, dear soul, were a part of that divine. And the divine, and you, as a cell in the body of the divine, in the vastness of existence, wanted to express yourself, to experience, to come to know yourself in a greater, deeper way. And so came what is called the Big Bang, the explosion that separated the cells in the body of God into individual entities, into divine sparks, into souls that entered the newly created material realm. You are one of those divine sparks, dear ones. You are an aspect of God, and you have journeyed through the physical universe in exemplary fashion. You have been all that there is to be in the physical universe. You started out in the elemental, mineral kingdom as rocks, as crystals, as gravel. Your divine spark was anchored in solid form, in stones, in the soil that makes up the earth. A very slow existence indeed, yet it introduced you to the physical universe. And even here, there were chemical reactions. There was the interplay of soil and water, of light and dark, of heat and cold, of wind and storm. Next you entered the plant kingdom. You became trees and flowers and fruits and vegetables. As such, more experience was possible, for here you could be different species of plants, and with each plant that your divine spark, your soul entered, you were still anchored to the earth. Yet you could enjoy growing faster or slower. You could expand. There was more differentiation than there had been in the mineral kingdom. And then, having come to know the physical universe as rocks, as plants that were fixed to the soil, you wanted to sense, to move, to interact with others of like kind. and so you entered the animal kingdom. There you had independent bodies. You could run and jump and move and have feelings. You had a certain level of consciousness, a certain level of awareness of your environment. Yet your life was ruled mostly by instinct, responding reactively to the events and happenings around you. And you followed the pack, for you did not have much independence of thought or action. Still, over lifetimes in different animal forms, you developed a personality. You developed a caring for your animal family. And now, you had lived the experience of different kinds of physical forms, and so you were ready for a deeper experience. It was time for the next stage, the human kingdom. And as a human, you were introduced to abstract thinking and to love on a truly deep level. You still behaved instinctually in many ways, yet now you had a choice. You had free will. You could choose your behavior. The objective of being a human is to overcome instinctual reaction, to be conscious and aware, and to knowingly choose your behavior. Human beings are unique on planet Earth in that they can choose between good and evil. You were now in the Garden of Eden. You could eat of the tree of knowledge. You came to know this good and evil, that you might all the more appreciate the good, the loving, the compassionate, the caring. You could make your own choices. You could make mistakes. Mistakes, or what humans call sins, are a great gift, for it is by our errors that we learn. We grow through experience. We sift and sort what we prefer and don't prefer. In fact, you could say we are here on planet Earth to make mistakes. There are no accidents. We plan our lives before we come to Earth. We put in place all the challenges, all the major events we need to negotiate before we incarnate. And so, through preferred and not preferred experiences, and through negative and positive interaction with our brethren, we develop our own unique personality and our own unique purpose. Through lifetimes of living, through lifetimes of choices, we individuate. For with this material realm experience, God is developing gods like unto himself. Humans are fully differentiated. Each soul ensconced in a human body is unique. We have the capacity for thought and choice in behavior. And so, through lifetimes, we grow through these experiences. We grow through knowing evil. Evil does not exist in the spirit realm. Yet it is through evil that we come to know ourselves in a deeper way. The evil on this earth is a great gift, for it teaches greater love. And now you are reaching the end of your journey in the human realm. It is the time of ascension, the time of revelation, the great apocalypse spoken of in the Bible and in all the great religious teachings. That great apocalypse is at hand. This human realm is like a video game. This world is the screen on which we manipulate the figures. Our thoughts, positive or negative, are the manipulation mechanism. So positive thoughts lead to positive outcomes. Negative thoughts lead to negative outcomes. The hologram planet Earth picture changes itself according to our instructions. We are indeed in this earthly sphere living in an illusion, a deception perception. And that perception has served its purpose, for we have negotiated this human environment successfully. We are becoming ascended masters, and we are ready to move on to our next adventure. All of those with love in their heart, all of those with good intentions will ascend. A whole new world is in the process of creation, and we, with our loving thoughts and kind intentions, are creating that world. That which we envisage is what will come to be, for we are the game players, and we decide what form we wish the game to take. All forms of negativity, all disease, all concerns and worries are about to leave us, for that is our wish, that is our heart's desire, and we now know how to manipulate the earthly hologram video game to give us our heart's desire. We have lived many human lives and are the greater and grander for the experience. Yes, life is good and getting better, dear friends, dear brethren, and as we know now deeply in our being, the best is yet to come. Yes, indeed, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.